Hi, Virgo, and happy holidays. All right, we are now into December 2022 and getting ready to do Virgo. This read is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Okay, let's get started. Let's see what's happening for December. All right, let's see. Here we go. Let's start out and see what is happening. We have Justice, the Moon card, and the Three of Cups. Okay, so Virgo, what is fair and just in your world? Are we expressing how we feel with friends? Getting together, kind of celebrating, talking about how we feel amongst friends, family members, our nearest and dearest, right? And the Justice card coming in depicts how we acclimate, I heard, how we're acclimating between how we feel and what is real. Yes. And knowing that after, and I'm going to tell you because that's what Spirit's saying, when we end up, right, especially because it's the holiday season, right? So we end up partying it out and having a couple cocktails, and then suddenly something comes out that you're like, oh, what did I just say, right? And people are like, well, people may really be listening to what you have to say in the coming month. So be mindful of that. Let's get more intel as to your narrative. Look at that. You came out in your own reading. Yeah, you're going to do that. That's exactly what you're doing. You're coming out and you're going to tell others, friends, your nearest and dearest, how you're feeling about certain situations that are clarifying how you balance certain things in your life, not just analytically, right? But more importantly, now we're diving deep into the Virgo's heart of the matter, which is your feelings, right? I mean, you guys always deal with things very compassionately, etc. Virgo moon could be very dominant here in your read. But it's beautiful because I think sometimes, Virgos, you are standoffish in the sense that you want to think about what you're going to say. Because you have Mercury is your ruling planet. So yeah, of course, we want to ensure what we're saying or how we say what we feel is going to come out that's real. And look at this. It is coming out that's real. Where you're headed and your authenticity of what people see. All right, what are people seeing in you now? They're now seeing you as, wow, I'm like so surprised. You're this raw truth coming out of how you feel about maybe where you're headed. Maybe you're changing the narrative. You're changing direction and you're taking some friends with you. All right? If you're traveling, if you're going somewhere, you're headed in the right direction only to help you to embody, which I think your true sense of how you feel, right? She's naked, the star. You are the star of your own show. And when you become the star, Virgo, you become the star because people are now really able to see how you are feeling instead of like, we're not going to lie here, right? Mercury rules your planet. Like, we're all about what we say, how we say it. And it's usually analytical and logical and it makes sense. But now it's going to come from your heart space and people are going to be surprised. Some people will be really surprised at what you are going to either say or show how you feel. It's going to be like, for some, it's going to be a really big surprise. And it's going to be a celebratory type of thing. Like, you're going to finally say, wow, I never realized how much I admire you, and vice versa. You may be getting intel from others about how they feel about you, and you had no idea. Some of you, this is your nearest and dearest, your closest family members, Virgo, are going to tell you how much they love you, how much they feel for you, and it's going to balance you out in the sense that I think you've been like off wandering, doing your own thing and not feeling, like people admire and people look up to you and how they adore you. I don't feel that you have been feeling so adored lately, and now it's coming out within your family dynamic. It's really beautiful. Anyone in your close, nearest, and dearest are coming out to even up the score of how they feel about you. And or it's vice versa. You are going to be expressing how you feel toward your family members. And of course, it is what? It's the holiday season. Of course, we come out saying how grateful we are to have our families together and our children, etc. I mean, it is a general, but Virgos, it's still foreign to you. Some of this feels foreign, not because you're not compassionate, but usually it's you giving to others in a sense that's more, like I said, it's more logical, it's more understanding, it's understated, I heard as well. So, and on the bottom of the deck, look, the devil's reversed. So whatever and whomever was holding you back, addictions and all right? If there was any addictions, you are now settling some of that score and choosing to have friends, maybe and family help you. Maybe it's rehab. Some of you could be going to rehab. Okay? I mean, it's great. Some of you are toning that down, yet establishing a firm foundation, a firm footing for the time to celebrate, when it's time to celebrate. I also feel that when we do get together with family and stuff, it gets very emotional because we not only show our feelings, but we tell others how much we've missed them and how much they mean to us. And sometimes that alcohol becomes a truth serum. You know what I mean? And it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But I do feel some of you are either going into rehab or coming out of rehab. Okay? All right. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. The unity of family and friends is gonna play a huge role for you guys in the month of December. Okay, let's see what else we have. I'm having like this wardrobe malfunction, right? Virgos are having a malfunction of wardrobe for some of you, right? So be mindful of that when you're going out partying. Nothing will come out like, right? Janet Jackson. All right, Seven of Swords reversed. See that? We're done with whatever wasn't part of, whatever is not part of who you truly are authentically, Virgo, that's what's going away, right? We're changing. You're changing. If you have in the past been the one that, deceit, the one that deceived yourself. Sorry, that was a message. If you used to deceive yourself thinking that certain people were, backing you up, or maybe there was a sliver of deceit in the way that you manipulated certain situations, you have learned that that's not getting you really anywhere near your authentic self, being the star. And that's what people fall in love with, Virgo. That's what they fall in love with. They fall in love with your authenticity, being kind, being compassionate, being loving, and more importantly, showing that to yourself reflects upon that in others. And that's the key to not self-sabotaging by not telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, by being too analytical, by being too, stuck on a certain way. Virgos tend to get stuck in their little circle of thought. Sometimes you're in a box, right? And now you're breaking free from the things, people, places, and things, right? Sex, drugs, rock and roll, that have sabotaged yourself in reflection and of others whom you have loved and love you. Does that make sense? Okay. 7 of Swords reversed and 8 of Swords upright. We could be talking about a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I really feel, because Mercury is your ruling planet, I feel that you've you have put yourself in positions that did not play out, Virgo, for your best intent, of your best intention, for your best intention. It's not only for, it's of, for, and because of. Even in some cases, in spite of how loyal that you are, others were seeing that as a maneuvering, if you will, of sort. And then, you're not taken seriously. You're not taken seriously. We have the Page of Wands, right? What goes around comes around with this page, right? It's like the back and forth of sabotaging yourself, seeing a pattern forming of, the comings and going of people in your life, establishing that vision of what happened, right? This is here for you to see, Virgo, all of the patterns that have held you back, all of the addictions that held you back, all of the people that held you back, the things, everything, Virgo, now that held you back is a reflection upon the things that you were actually afraid of to begin with. Like, as an example, always thinking that you're not deserving of. That held you back. That's your self-sabotage. And now, because you authentically have flipped the switch of, I'm not going to believe in that anymore. I'm going to literally change the dynamic with the Devil reversed. Come on. The 7 of Swords reversed. Come on. We're now seeking out a new, literally you of authentic. People aren't even going to notice you anymore, because they're going to say, wow, you really have built up your self-confidence. Yeah, why not? You work hard for it. You're one of the hardest working and patient signs of the zodiac. Not to mention, so psychic. Virgo's the most psychic of all signs in the zodiac. You guys know things before it even happens. And you are very analytical in the way that you think. And now you're flying by the seat of your pants because you have the confidence to go for it. And that is going to be your success for December and throughout the year. I'm pointing. Someone may be pointing at you, right? Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. Why? Because there's a new sheriff in town, right? It's a new you. It is a new passionate you that breeds self-confidence, inner knowing of what you stand for, what you represent, and what is seen in the eyes of others is mainly what they've already known, but they didn't acknowledge. Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles. Look at you, came up again. You're telling me the story. Virgo, it's beautiful. You're telling me the story. You're coming into your own. You're seeing the worth and the worthiness of yourself. Oh my gosh, right? That's beautiful. Hold on, let's keep going. Three of Pentacles, so you have 2 3s, right? We feel these things through spirit. We know, what's that song, right? Oh my gosh, my sister would be like, she loves country. We know when to hold them, right? That's this card. Some of you who have children, it's beautiful, and you're seeing yourself in your kids, whether they're animals or whether they're your, your blood, sweat, and tears, I heard. And didn't I mention puppet? Look at that. There it is, the puppeteer. Who was pulling the strings at one time is no longer doing that because you're in charge. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. 5 of Wands. There you go. The 5 of Wands. The difference now that has overcome, that you have overcome, is that you're no longer in this group of the gangsters, right? Who want to control you, right? Who want to manipulate, who want to tell you what to do because you're so kind. They're using your kindness as leverage. And now it's like, oh, no, not today. Truly not today. You're going to extract these people. Look at judgment. They're judging you. There's been probably a group of people who were judging you at one time, and now they can't touch you because you have spiritually grown, know when to hold them and when to let them go. I know that's not how the song goes, but it doesn't matter because you come out in your own reading telling me exactly that I have rekindled a newfounded passion for my life. And I'm not going to repeat the patterns of old because they haven't served me well. Nor am I going to allow anyone, especially not myself, not to believe in myself and sabotage my future. More importantly, my present moment of life is in session. And now I'm letting go and releasing all of the ways that I manipulated others by being on their vibrational frequency. Because that's what you do so well, Virgo. You can relate to anyone. You can, you fluctuate. It's like, honestly, it's like notes on a guitar. It is. You fluctuate so easily that people don't know truly how to take you. Do they take you seriously, or do they use your kindness for their own, like I said, leverage, right? And now it's like, okay, we're done here. That's what's done. Do you understand? That's what's done. All right, the Devil reversed. And I'm going to go back to this deck because what do we have here? We have an Aries, Leo, Sag. We did say that we have no, we don't have that. We do have it here. Okay. We have Leo, Aries, Sag. I think I said it before. Let's keep going. Working hard on yourself. Yeah. Yes. I think you learned a very important lesson and lessons through a spirit guide that said, be patient. You're going to see someone's true colors and they will see yours. Ultimately, that's what happened. Like 8 is your month, your birthday month, but honestly, it's been like maybe 8 weeks, months, and or even for some years to get out of this devil mentality of how you had to maneuver others to like you, to love you, to want you, to adore you, and worship you. That's not happening any longer. See that? Someone did not want this cup because this cup represents everything that you stood for in the sense of emotional, like at one time, it was emotional manipulation. And that's where we come in saying with your reading right here. Now the tables have turned. Look at that. Now the tables have turned. You know, the gig is up. Seriously. You have all the balance now that you need to show others who you really are, what you stand for, and now you are adored, worshipped, etc. for how you truly feel about yourself. And that was the contention of what people thought of you. And that's a massive thing for Virgos. You guys really take it to heart. You know, you are part of the earth plane. Everything touches you with the heart. And when things are not going well, it's the heart that hits you right away. That's the body part of the Virgo. It's the heart. So when you have like heart palpitations, etc., and stressed out, it comes into like, you know, mitral valve prolapse of that sort of thing. Okay, extra beats of the heart is what that is about. So you know when to hold it back so that people will now see your true light. That's why the justice card is here, because you're like, hey, you don't even have to say a word. You don't. You're showing up as yourself. And Leo had this too, so this could be, you could be a Leo Virgo cusper. Look at, up at night worrying about what? Worrying about silly reasons why certain things happened the way they did, certain patterns formed the way they did, and, you know, and certain opportunities may have been missed, but not to mention they will not be missed now that you're turning over a new leaf. That's what you're doing. You have turned over a new leaf, and your family and your nearest and dearest who love you the most, love you the most, love you the best, love you for real, are the ones that stick around, are the ones that last, are the ones that support you. And even those people, family and friends that did not support you, not sorry, but you know, they have left you because they can't any longer take advantage. When people can't take advantage of you any longer, they have no real reason, right, to be there, right? They don't know what to do. People will not know what to do because Virgo became so transparent. Not that you weren't before, but now you're not messing around changing your vibrational octaves, right? Because that's what vibrational frequency is. Some of you are musicians. You're changing up your octaves. Singers, you know, musicians, right? I mean, those are mainly the ones that are musicians, the Virgos, because you guys know the scales really well. You play the violin, for whatever I'm saying, the violin for some of you. I heard some of you are learning how to play the violin, or you know how to play the violin, or someone's was pulling your strings and are no longer. Seriously. Okay, let's get one more card for Virgo, please. Okay, these are the oracles from the Karma deck. Okay, let's see what is going on for Virgos. How lovely is this? Oh my God, this is your card. Hello. In service to others, top. Virgos, that's what you are. You are in service to others. But guess what? This time, it's about your leading the way forward. You're the one, you're staying on that one key. You are balancing out your life. Once and for all, I heard. The devil reversed is no longer going to control, manipulate, which, by the way, is, of course, your ego. Your hopes, wishes, and desires for your future are tainted in beautiful colors of faith. It's what you do for your work. It's how you go about your day-to-day that's good for you and is good for others. It's for humanity's sake now. It's no longer just about the ego. It's about how you serve, but you don't change your tune in order to be liked, loved, adored, and worshiped. You do it for yourself. You're seen. You serve others. And you do it with the faith that only you know how, for humanity's sake. You now have the freedom, Virgo, that will benefit you in the way that you serve. And little by little by little, the more that you do this in terms of evening the playing field, your tune is on the level of the highest vibration, whereby your associations, your circle of friends are going to see you, worship, adore you, and love you for you, not for what you presented as an egoic identity, like literally, you know, an identity that you can't even, your alter ego, that's it. Your persona of what you showed up as has changed and will no longer go back. Because once you go up, you can't go down in the sense of ascension. Once you have reached a higher plateau of consciousness, you cannot reverse that. You have now the freedom that gives you. So congratulations, because that is not an easy feat, by no means. I send you so much love, many blessings. Have a great holiday season, and I'll see you next year. Take care.